flipping out. My wife is scared. What am I supposed to do? I'm trying to work. I'm on a call. She's like, I think they're coming in. All right. What the hell are we going to do? Because he tried coming in the door yesterday. What do I do?
Again,
what do I do?
I'm not sure what to do on your end. I don't know the full story, but we're going to look into some of these previous cases and see what we can do on our end just to hopefully resolve this for you.
Will you call the Sandy Police Department, and I don't know if you guys can coordinate? And maybe they've got some statues that they're working on?
Well, that's going to be a different city, so we'll deal with what we can right here. But again, I'm going to look into those previous cases, and I'll be back with you, okay?
The officer. So I've been this first officer, Officer Tonga, I've been sending him all the things because he's like, just send it here. They've got a case in Provo that they're working on because they've gone to businesses in Provo and harassed them. So they're getting them on, I don't know, on the gender, but some kind of interruption of commerce. Does that sound like a crime? That's what Provo's working on.
Interruption of commerce
because they keep going to that business and harassing employees.
Interfering with the business.
Well, and that's what they've done with our business.
Commercial obstruction.
I mean, I got calls I'm supposed to be on, work I gotta do, but I'm out here ignoring work.
With this. So how'd you get your address?
You just Google my phone number and my wife's information and everything about her. So he got my phone number from one of the employees or somebody up there. And so he just Googled it. He's from California. Lives in California. So he flew out here to get YouTube content. Because we closed the store. We put the store out of business. So now he's got no more YouTube content. You know what I mean? I'll show you the kinds of things he does at the store.
Does he have anything that he's recorded here that he's put on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't follow him. I don't think we've given him anything because they keep coming up and they only get police. I just call the police.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to come out and
make a show and
give him what he wants. He just wants YouTube stuff, right? So I'll show you what he looks like.
So I was going to say you could put your house into a trust and then not have your information on the trust.
Yeah.
It's a hassle to do, but it'll also possibly buy you some privacy, right?
It could, yes.
I don't know, how long have you lived here?
6 years.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can find the one where. Maybe it's easier this way. Man, I'm cold, man. 5th, 6th. Three, 6. Okay, so check it out. He comes up. He just wants YouTube content. So they come up to the business. Look, he's wearing his underwear. So check this out. This is the kind of stuff they're trying to do and do at my house, right? So that's him. And
where does he live?
He lives in California. But this guy in Oregon that thinks that this business stole his Lego hired him to destroy us in the eyes of the public view because they don't have a civil case. They'll lose it.
Yeah.
I'm not responsible for a contract that you signed. It's that simple. And they hung that sign up. But they're just, this is who I'm dealing with. This is who's freaking taking pictures of my house, you know? Would you be comfortable with this guy coming to your house and bugging your wife? Would you like that? No, I wouldn't. And I know that's not your jurisdiction, but I'm just giving you an idea of...
And that was in Oregon then?
Yeah, this is on the 6th.
So he had to have drove up then from California.
Or flew up, and then he flew out here to get more content for his show.
So they did make contact with him?
Who?
The police, they made contact with him?
So the police up there are.
No, here.
What do you mean?
You said he flew out here.
Yeah, so he flew out. He was here on Sunday. So he's come to my house Sunday, Monday, now Tuesday. So he keeps sending people to my house, right? Driving by, taking pictures in the windows, knocking on the door. That kid's probably part of it. I get his info maybe. My wife thinks he's not, but I just don't trust anybody. Maybe he's not. I mean, what would you do?
I would put my house into a
Trust? Alright, I can do that. I'll do that tomorrow.
and then they can't access it. Make sure that your name isn't tied.
I'll
You're not using your names in the trust at all. It just because that completely makes all your stuff confidential.
So I work for a law firm, so we can do a trust instantly.
Yeah, and then so there's like a free people search as well.
Yeah, free people search. How do I delete off of there?
So there's a thing in free people search. You can go in and request that your information be removed.
Oh, really?
I would go in there and make a
And then I'll change my phone number.
That's what I would do. And then whoever you change your phone number to, request the carrier not list it anywhere. You know that you're wanting it to remain private.
I thought I'd done that, but I didn't know about the people search thing.
Because free people search, I mean that's tools that just anybody can use.
Anybody, and that's how he got it. And he got my sister's. Sorry, I'm sick.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get you sick. But he got my sister's address in Pleasant Grove and went and pounded on her door and tried to get YouTube content from her. And she's like, dude, I get nothing from it. You know what I mean? She don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
He's just trying to harass me. Like that's all it is YouTube content and then harassment. Care if I get a jacket?
No, yeah. I just went inside to get a jacket really quick. It's like Tonga's been the one that was handling the case.
Tonga, I think Jacqueline.
Okay,
Hawkins.
Yeah. I think Hawkins was the most recent.
Yeah, Hawkins was yesterday. I'm just gonna see if he wants to go trespass and then we'll leave.
Hold on.
Alright. What are you wanting done today?
As much
Besides, obviously, talk to...
as much as you humanly possibly can.
You want her trespassed?
No. I want them for stalking.
Okay. That's something I can work through, but for right now, you want her trespassed?
Yes. That's all you can do.
Right now, I can screen charges, but with them saying they're trying to serve papers, kind of puts me in a little bit of a bind. I understand you have a history with...
They're fake.
I understand you have a history with him, but for right now, again, I'm open to screening charges through our attorney.
That's what Ammon, the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, said stalking was. So he sent that to me. 2 or more incidences.
Good force is done. Yeah, that's something I'm more than willing to screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
would cause a reasonable person to fear for their safety or suffer significant emotional distress.
So for right now, you want her trespassed?
I want them all trespassed,
Okay.
yes.
I'm going to go talk with him, give him his paper back, since you do not want this,
Can I
correct?
just peek at it?
What was that?
Can I peek at it?
It kind of puts me in a little bit
Alright,
of a
never
bind.
mind. It's fake. There's no
Yes.
lawsuit anyway.
Okay. So anyway, I'm going to give this back to him.
Yeah.
and trespass her.
Because here's the thing. Like, think about this logically. Do you think a process server would show up with a guy that's been harassing a YouTuber to serve papers in Utah?
Again, I don't know the whole situation.
Think about it logically. This guy's come to my house 3 days in a row. He's harassing people, and he's just going to be in the same car with a process server? No.
Is he in the car right now?
Yeah. It's just not, that's fake. It is a lie. She's impersonating a process server. That is not a real lawsuit. If it was, it would go to a law firm, and then the law firm would send out a process server. And that process server is not going to be friends with the guy that's been harassing me.
I'll talk to her some more about that. But for right now, you want her trespass. You don't want him anywhere near the property, and I'll start looking at charges for stalking.
Yes, stalking.
And this all stems from the store in
Oregon. Yeah, I showed him a video. He
You
shows
don't-
up in his underwear and breaks
you
things.
own the store, or you just work for Bricks and
So
Minifigs?
when we first took it over, we were just employees. We're there to rescue it. Then, like 4 months into it, we said, sure, we'll sign a franchise agreement. So like April or May, we signed a franchise agreement for it, not knowing how big of a mess this is. And then we operated it until this last month. We closed the doors, and it's closed forever.
Okay, and
Because of them.
How was he associated with the store?
He's not. He's a YouTuber that this guy hired to harass us because they know they don't have a civil case. So they said, we can't sue you, we will lose. So we're going to take this in the eyes of the public and just defame and make you guys look like jerks in the public's eye.
Okay.
That's their whole thing. He's a YouTuber.
He has nothing to do with the store.
He's a YouTuber. He lives in California. He has nothing to do with the store. He is just exclusively trying to get content.
He's got a video of him vandalizing the store, kind of in Oregon, right?
Yeah, he's hanging signs. They sent a lady in, and the lady's like, "Oh, I'm gonna murder you," to Amanda, the manager. And Amanda is she's a tough lady. And Amanda's like, "All right, get to it." And the lady, got scared. Obviously, she didn't kill her, right? They fake signed Amanda's signature, and they said, "Oh, well, you said you signed this, so you owe us money. Start writing checks." Blah blah blah. That's forgery, vandalism. They helped. This kid went to the park and he set up a little table. He printed a tablecloth that says Bricks and Minifigs, and he had a fake raffle. So people started coming into the store, and they're like, "I won the raffle at the park." We didn't what raffle? We're not doing a raffle. Yeah, you had a table set up. He sold shirts out on the corner. He hung signs. He called the store 1 billion times, threatened the employees. Now they're coming to our houses, and they went to corporate headquarters on Monday.
Okay.
So Provo's working on a case too for whatever we said.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that makes things a little more clear. He has no association.
He's a
with the store.
YouTuber. He's just trying to get content.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to them. I'll be right back.
Yep. Yeah, process server's really gonna ride with the YouTuber. I mean, how stupid does he think I am? Like, the kid delivered the fake the fake package to me. I'm looking at him, I'm like, "You look like you're 16. I'm like, "You work for," you look at his hat, UPS. He's like, yeah. Sign here. Man, I'm like, what the heck? And I was sitting there just thinking about it. I went to church and came back. I'm like, "Oh, I bet this is that scammer, So I called the police. I'm like, "Dude, I want you to come look at this fake package." And then they started, 2 cars pulled up, and then the cop showed up on Sunday. And then yesterday, the kid tried to come in the house and the door. And then today, they're taking pictures. I'm just done. I'm done with it. There's got to be something you can do, right?
That's where screening charges, that immediately gets the attorneys involved in looking at the case, right? It's not having to be further investigated or, it's going to go right to the attorneys. No,
Let me see my schedule. I'm missing a call. Care if I call Ammon, the CEO?
no, go ahead. You're not in trouble or anything right now. We're just kind of wanting to know what you want done on this.
As much as we humanly possibly can. What I really want. I want out when we go to Brandon's house. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Just here with the police again. They sent another. They have fake service papers, and the girl is like, she's like, oh no, I got to serve in these papers. Like they printed up a fake lawsuit, you know. And I'm like, oh yeah, do you think the process server would really be riding with the YouTube guy to deliver papers to a guy that he's been harassing? I'm like, do you think I'm stupid? But what were, I don't know. I'm just done with them.
Yeah.
You know, the girl came up to the house, and then I was working. I was on call, so Kaylee's like, oh, she's coming back because Ben told her to come back and take pictures inside the windows. So then she's taking pictures in the windows. And yesterday they tried to come in the door, and then Sunday they delivered the fake package. I don't know what to do, man.
So, did you call the police again?
Yeah, they're here. He's standing here. You're on speaker.
Okay.
I just don't know what to do, man. I'm done with these guys.
So, sorry, officer, what's your name?
Oh,
What's that?
he just saying hi. Officer
Oh, Pitt.
Pitt.
Officer Pitt. So, I'm assuming Josh has kind of explained what's been going on and what's happening. They're using, electronic communications to stalk and harass our staff pretty aggressively. Obviously trying to take pictures inside, somebody's home. They tried to come into our office yesterday, and we've now had multiple agencies across multiple cities and multiple states dealing with these individuals. And the Sandy police yesterday were ready and willing to arrest these individuals for Utah statutes for cyberbullying and digital stalking, because they're using electronic means for communication and coordinating their stalking habits.
Oh, it's digital stalking, not stalking.
It's all of the above.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
But because they're continuing to use additional tactics and other things like that, thinking that they're being cute and whatnot. The reality is that they are causing financial, physical, and emotional harm. The harm that they're creating, going after the individuals, their families are afraid to leave the house.
Yeah.
Because they're doxing people, they're doing things to try and generate hate and online, so they're actively spreading falsehoods online. They're doing all sorts of things just to extort money out of us. So we've got a pending extortion, case that the Provo Police Department's working on us with. And there's lots of things, but they're ramping things up, and they're continuing to send people, and they just won't leave people alone.
Yeah.
This can't continue. So somebody has to be arrested to show that they can't continue to do this. Because it's not just harmless, knocking on somebody's door. This is stalking, this is harassment. And I've already looked up the laws. The laws in the state of Utah aren't trained just to threats of physical violence when it comes to harassment. So there's other forms of harassment that absolutely qualify in this case. And we need the police to take action to get these people to stop causing harm to individuals and their families.
Yep. And that's the case officer. Like he was saying, he's going to submit, have it screened for charges with our prosecutors, right? With our city prosecutors. They're going to review everything, and then ultimately arresting someone for an offense. They go to jail, they get booked, they get let out.
Yep.
It's going to go through that whole same
He'll
process.
come back out.
What's going to happen is, if he's got multiple incidents with multiple agencies, it's all going to go through our district court, but then they can kind of combine everything, from what I understand. And
but also, again, adding to the charges, impersonating an officer of the court, that carries it's pretty significant.
Yeah, you can't pretend to be a process server. Sorry. Yeah, you can't. That's got to be illegal.
And that's, like I say, he's getting combining charges. He's going to submit.
Impersonate.
So Yeah, and like, again, there's additional fraud that they're conducting. I don't know, like, obviously we're working with the police up in Salem, Oregon, but up there, they actually forged somebody's signature on a fake contract just to try and, like, and it's all just for clicks and for views and everything else online. They don't actually care about any of the things that they're going after. They just, well, other than also the extortion. So they're continuing to also press this issue of extortion. When the party that actually owes the money, they're in on it with that person. They've been actively coordinating, trying to shift the blame to our company. And obviously, so, I know that you're not the attorney, you're not the one that's going to be looking at that kind of stuff, but I think it needs to be documented, the actions that they are continuing to take. So them pretending to be UPS drivers and getting a signature is probably going to be used for more additional fraud.
Yep.
That they're going to be pushing for, and that I think also is a crime to pretend to be like a delivery driver to obtain signature. Like there's so much that they're doing right now that is like part of a coordinated like just scheme to go after
Alright.
people's lives.
She's been
All right,
trespassed.
hold on. Officer Sumba is back.
Okay. She's been trespassed. Talking with him, he's telling me a different story. Again, I don't know all the specifics of your case. He is very adamant that he wants to serve you with papers. Okay.
That's fake. That's illegal. You can't pretend to be a process server.
So
You can't. That's illegal.
I've explained to him that you don't want to be served papers. He's got to figure something out. If it's, again, I don't know if there's an actual case right now in Oregon.
It's a Class A misdemeanor to impersonate a process server in the state of Utah.
So right
I
now,
want her arrested for impersonating a process server.
So right now, I've explained that to them and explained that he needs to go a whole different route about this and to not come onto your property as well as her.
No. I can't just go and pretend. I can't go print up fake documents and go try to process serve people. That's illegal.
Okay. Have you two been to court before?
No, he can't. No, he's a YouTuber.
Okay, you've never been to court with him.
No,
So these papers that he printed up are fake.
Yes, 1 billion trillion gazillion %.
Okay, never been to court with him or
Never
anyone
been to
associated
court.
with
Nobody's ever been to court.
Okay.
He's a YouTuber.
Okay, what
Yeah.
was the reason behind your store closing this month?
His harassment and
guys shut it
vandalism.
down?
Yeah,
Okay, so on your own accord, you guys
on my
shut it
own accord. Yes.
Okay. Okay, I've explained that to him. Right now, I'll look into.
Did you take pictures of those things?
Right, yes, I got the case number that he's referring to, and I'll check with the court, see if it's a valid civil case that he's trying to push through, and we'll go about it that way, okay? Again, I don't know all the specifics. I don't know why this whole thing has been happening between the two of you. I'm getting two different stories from each one
What
of you.
is he possibly saying?
He's saying that he had $200,000 worth of Star Wars Legos.
He didn't. No, he did not.
Right.
Never had that.
So officer, again, this is Ammon. I'm with the corporate office.
He's the CEO.
Oh, hi.
So what's happened is we had a former franchisee that entered into an invalid consignment agreement with a completely separate person. That person sold their Lego sets and didn't pay the person that they entered. And this has nothing to do with Mr. Schneider. Mr. Schneider is just a YouTuber that got a hold of the story and then went to this guy and said, hey, if I can harass these guys and if I can do some stuff and get some money out of them, will you pay me some of that money? And that's what they're trying to do, is the individual who actually owes the money left the United States. They were one of our franchisees. They were terminated as a franchisee for violating all sorts of rules. They then fled to Europe somewhere. And so we've been trying to deal with this situation. We've been trying to help the person up in Oregon, but because we found out later that they've been all working together to try and force some money out of us. So we've had our attorneys working on it. We've been in contact with the Marion County Sheriff's Department, the Marion County District Attorney, the Kaiser, and this is all up in Oregon. And then they started flying down here, coming to our corporate offices, and now they're heading to our staff and other individuals' personal residences to just harass and continue to try and extort money out of them. And so there's already a case in Provo because they've been passing fraudulent documents up in Oregon. They created a fake contract, forged a manager's signature up there, threatened to kill her, all sorts of things. And all of this while he's wearing glasses that have a camera in it. I don't know if you see the camera.
Is he wearing the glasses today?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing the glasses. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're on
so
YouTube.
he's filming you guys, he's filming everything, and he's trying to put all this stuff together to put together an additional extortion attempt on us.
Okay.
So that's what they're doing, and he like if you go to his channel, Reckless Ben, that's what he does. He just goes around and he does stupid things, and he harasses people, and he chops and screws up all of this footage, and that's all he's trying to do is get footage right now. He's just trying to get more footage to put more videos out there to get more clicks and likes. He has nothing to do with this case other than he just, and he was the one who vandalized the store over the weekend, along with Mr. Mansell, who's the original person consigned to a completely different entity. So they just know that, like, because that other person, that other party, they went bankrupt and don't have any money, they're just going after somebody else that they think they can just extort money out of.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you has the store had any sort of lawsuit filed against them by this Ben Schneider or the Mansell?
No. So again, going on the fraud that Marion County District Attorney's office is looking into, they filed multiple small claims court claims against a completely separate entity, and they used fictitious names to do so. All of the cases were then dropped because of it. And but none of them were filed against the actual individuals. They weren't filed against Josh or his entity. They weren't filed against us and our entity. They were filed against completely either fictitious entities or otherwise, but they're fraudulently filing things with the state in order to make it look legitimate when he puts his videos out online. And he's done this at least, I think, in 2 other instances with individuals who ended up, filing lawsuits against him.
Okay.
So that's what we're working on right now with our own attorneys is going after him and his stuff. But no lawsuits have been filed against us, against Josh and his entity, or against any of the parties that he's claiming. But we're working on our lawsuit to file against him and all individuals that are associated with him, including the former franchisees and Mr. Mansell, who are all colluding together to try and extort money out of us.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay. Let me make some phone calls and I'll be back with you. Okay, just give me 1 moment.
I didn't sign no agreement. I'm not beholden to somebody else's stupid agreement. Thanks, Ammon.
Yeah.
I'm losing my voice. Sorry.
Okay, you want me to stay on the phone or?
Do you want to?
Well,
No?
when they come back,
Okay.
I guess Officer Pitt, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys need from us or from me right now?
Do you have any written statements that you filled out as to, kind of what's going on?
Yeah. In fact, well, again, with the Provo Police Department, I actually just went through and did a lineup, a double-blind digital lineup to pick out Mr. Schneider of that lineup because of the aggravated. I think that the Utah County Prosecutor's Office is looking at aggravated economic interference or something along those lines. Some form of felony that they're looking to push.
Okay.
At least that's what we were told previously. So I've been coordinating, working with the Provo Police Department. So I'm sure you can. Do you want me to give you the case number?
Yeah, let me pull up my notes here. What's that Provo case number?
Hold on a second.
Kaylee thought they were coming in the house today. They tried to come in yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. Provo case 25 PR 26279.
Okay. What did you say they were pushing? Aggravated what?
It's I can't remember exactly, but if I remember, it's very similar to aggravated economic interference or aggravated business interference or something along those lines. Though they, yeah.
Do you have Detective Detective Duray or
Dore, yeah, Dore.
Detective Dore? I like how he can just lie to you guys and just straight face. Oh no, he owes me $200,000.
That's the thing is, we're on our side of things. We have to.
Yeah, I mean you don't know Adam. You don't know it from Adam. You know what I mean?
Trying to determine everything based on both sides of the story,
Yeah.
and
Oh, I'm trying to serve him papers. Yeah, I bet you are. With a YouTuber. If I were a reputable law firm, that's it. Like, oh yeah, let the people that are.
If they're trying to serve papers, they're deputies from the sheriff's department, right? So you should be able to, like, the police should very easily be able to determine whether or not that's truthful, because if they're deputies, they have records, they have
It says Oregon on it, so they don't have access to the Oregon records.
right, but you don't bring somebody down as a service processor from Oregon. It doesn't matter,
Yeah.
They have to, the service processor has to be hired in the state of service.
so that's where I think he's making some phone calls on that right now.
You should encourage him to go to Sandy. Just like, hey, go. Those guys aren't playing.
Well, Sandy's got charges. Do they have charges on him?
Yeah, so she said, Brandon didn't dive into it, but she said, we've been trying to get this guy. He's we got other businesses and things that he's been. So they would love to get him. Love to get him. So
It might be worth calling Sandy if they want us to take him and hold him.
Oh, you should. I'll show you a picture from last night. So, they sat around my partner's house, and it's on this other channel. Because they had undercovers and everything. They waited for him to show up, and then a kid came to buy. This isn't a bad guy. This kid came to buy an auto part from my partner's father-in-law, and then the police, they just pounced because they were thinking it was Ben and his team, right? So they pounced that kid, scared the crap out of him because they had set up. They're like, we're just waiting because they came here.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're waiting for them to come there because that's been their MO. They come here and then they go there. So they were fully expecting him to be there, and they
And this was when?
just last night.
Hang tight for just one sec.
Yeah.